My whole thing is with the Young Bucks and their the super kick party and more bang for your buck. I think I'd like to see them do more bang for their buck off of a ladder. I mean, just to be like a thrill seeker type of person. I'll see how that goes, and I don't expect any title change, but maybe down the road, the Kingdom puts their nose into it, and I don't want to see it, but I think it's going to happen. Is you're going to see a 3-way tag team match where you've got the Kingdom, you've got the Young Bucks.
When's the next pay-per-view?
Oh, there you go. That won't take long, but I see a 3-way tag team about coming down the road.
I think have they done? I'm not sure. I forgot what happened in the Hardy's Young Bucks match last year. Did they do a Meltzer driver on the top of the ladder? I was curious. Did they do that last year?
I think they did. I think that was the big spot at the end, if I remember rightly.
I don't remember.
I can't remember last week, let alone last year.
I don't remember. I only saw the match. I only saw half of that match because I didn't order the show, so I'm trying to remember how that match ended. We'll do that too. There you go. Just throw a Meltzer driver in there, just for the hell of it. Then they'll probably lose anyway. So, anyway, let's go on to a Ring of Honor Television Championship Last Man Standing match.
Last man standing?
Last man standing.
All right.
It is Kenny King versus Silas Young. And I will openly say I do not like last man standing matches, but this is happening. I'll start here, and I will say I'm expecting the Bruce City Bruiser to interfere. That's just me being the guy, because Silas Young is from here, and we love him here in Milwaukee, even though he hates us. So every time a match comes, and I expect Silas Young to get his belt back here. I don't expect. I almost want him to do the kind of thing where it's like the WWE does. Kenny King loses in his hometown. I want to see them do that, just because it'd be funny. Hayden, what do you think?
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I think Silas Young will win the title back here, and I'm kind of hoping this is going to be it for this feud. I do like good long feuds, and I do like how a good long feud with a sort of a logical reason for having a last man standing match is having a feud over multiple months, and then this will be the blow off. I don't think that this feud has really reached the crescendo that it should have to get a last man standing match. But at the same time, I can see that the sort of logic in it. Because they have been brawling all over the place, but backstage, through the crowd, down the ramp, and all that sort of stuff. And I'm looking forward to the spectacle of it. I'm looking forward to hopefully this being the end of the feud. I'm guessing, based on the 16th anniversary show, that it's going to be Austin Aries being the next challenger for the TV titles. So, logically speaking, I would say it's probably best for it to be on Silas Young. Rather than being on Kenny King, because that would be an awkward matchup, I think, Kenny King and Austin Aries.
I'm going to put this out there, and I'm just me giving the different spin on it. I think Kenny King is going to retain the title, but I see the Beer City Bruiser coming in and turning on Silas Young, setting a program between those two down the road.
Not that bad. I don't mind that, actually. Beer City, I will also say Beer City Bruiser here in Milwaukee in the BCW promotion has turned face here.
Right.
And I love him as a babyface here in Milwaukee. He's fantastic. I absolutely love it.
The only...
Good. Good.
If that hadn't just started, then yes, I would actually say that's a fantastic idea. That's exactly what they should do. But I'm not too sure whether they'll do it because of the start of the tag team.
True. All right, we are now with the main events, and I'll do the big main event last. So we have the Ring of Honor Championship. It is Dalton Castle and the boys taking on Marty Scurll, kind of representing the Bullet Club, kind of.
Kind of.
Hayden, what are you thinking here?
Well, it's Marty Scurll, so obviously I'm all for this. And then you throw in Dalton Castle on top of that, and boy, am I looking forward to this. Dalton Castle has, for me, come across as a champion. He's still not. I still don't get the feeling that he's seen as the top guy by a lot of people in Ring of Honor, and I don't think the fans sort of see him as that yet. But I think that a good performance against Marty Scurll here will go a long way to sort of eradicating any doubts that anyone might have about Dalton Castle. He's certainly starting to look the part. And of course, Marty Scurll is just oozes charisma, and the villain character, which I don't know if they're trying to make him a heel, but he's so entertaining, so much of a likable rogue villain that he's, and obviously being part of the Bullet Club, he's getting cheered everywhere. So it's going to be an interesting dynamic listening to the crowd in terms of who they get behind.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Whoop, whoop.
So wouldn't the villain Marty Scurll be like a villain with no island?
He's an anti-villain, really.
But I mean, a villain with no island because of what's happening with the Bullet Club, that he's kind of like left on his own.
The crowd loves him, though, so it wouldn't matter. It really wouldn't matter at this point.
I think it's the umbrella that makes it. Yeah. It.
Doesn't help that the crowd has something to chant at him all the time.
Instead of what? Woot. Yeah, there you go. See.
So I expect Dalton to retain, though. I do expect Dalton to retain the title, even though it would be really cool. But it makes sense for Dalton to retain here. This is actually would turn out to be a massive event for him because it's a big event.
Yep.
But
yeah, certainly, and it's not going to be the last time we see Marty Scurll in the top match going for the title, because I think there is a run for him down in the future. But yeah, at the moment, Marty, as you've already said, is part of the big storyline. So there's no reason for him to be part of the World Championship scene at the moment.
By the way, I'm looking at the schedule. There is no pay-per-view on the schedule till June.
Wow, I did not know that. I honestly did not know that.
I looked it up. I didn't know. I was actually curious. I looked at Ring of Honor schedule. They have a whole load of live events, a whole bunch of live events that would be on Honor Club, the $10 Honor Club. But then the next pay-per-view isn't until June 29th, Best in the World.
And where is that at?
Baltimore. In Baltimore. So they have the World of Worlds tour, but that's not a pay-per-view at all. Like, none of them are pay-per-views this time. They're all live events. They have the Honor United tour, but that's all live events.
No, when Worlds Collide?
That's the World of Worlds tour. That's the World of Worlds tour. So that's at least they're all actually, that's actually worth the money, because that's 4 shows in May for the $10 for Honor Club. That's actually worth the money.
You bet your money.
No.
Yeah.
Here, I'll give Honor Club a plug here.
Here we go.
World of Worlds and Honor United. That is 7 shows for $10.
And how much is that?
$10. That's
$10 a month?
Okay, let's get to this.
Okay.
Main event. The main event. The match everyone's talking about. Everybody wants to see. I am shocked that they did it here and not at the New Japan show in Long Beach. I'm not going to lie. But we have Kenny Omega versus Cody. Oh my God. This is going to be fun.
It's insane. This is probably one if not the biggest match of the weekend. In a lot of people's eyes. Obviously, you've got WrestleMania coming up, so a lot of the more casual fans are going to be looking forward to that. But for the real hardcore fans, I think this is what a lot of them are looking forward to. And the storyline has been sort of done. If you just watch Ring of Honor television, it's been an okay build. But if you've watched everything, if you've watched all the YouTube shows, and the New Japan and Ring of Honor combined, it's just been tremendous how they've built this up overall. And the final segment on this week's show, just sort of put a nice little sort of exclamation mark in terms of how big this match is going to be, and I'm thoroughly looking forward to it. I'm not sure if it's going to be a Mac Classic, but from telling a story in the ring, and anything that might happen around the ring and sort of interferences, I think it's going to be fascinating.
I was actually listening to the after listening to your show, I also listened to the Torch Ring of Honor show. And they were saying that was Kenny Omega's first appearance on Ring of Honor television this year, which is insane.
Yeah. So
that's insane.
Would be too much of a fan to say that I'd like to see Kenny Omega kick Cody's butt.
So do I. I want to see that too.
Only because the way storyline goes, you feel like Kenny's been betrayed, and now this is his time to get back at Cody.
I have a question, though. What is the status of the Bullet Club after this match is over? What do you think, Haydn?
That's a very difficult question. It's going to be a split, and I think, like you said, I did an audio last night, and I highlighted that at the end of the show they had Cody and Kenny sort of have a bit of a scrap. And you had the Bullet Club members come out and pull them apart. But it was very interesting that Adam Page, Hangman Page, was holding back Cody, and then you had the Young Bucks and Flash and Flip Gordon holding back Kenny, and then you had Marty Scurll sort of halfway in between. And I think that's kind of where they're going to go afterwards. You're going to have this implosion war, if you will, in terms of sort of a divide. And it's going to be interesting, but the one thing that I do want to make clear is the fact that I trust, because I've heard that these guys are actually booking their own storylines. I've been so impressed with what they've done. I trust them wholeheartedly to make a lot of sense out of this and to sort of have a fantastic next chapter. And the fact that I can't really see where they're going at the moment just makes me excited.
I agree.
Would it be somewhat similar to like how the NWO kind of split, where you had the major NWO with the Outsider and the Wolfpack?
This would be the Elite versus the Bullet Club then.
Right. Somewhat.
Right?
Yeah. I would think so. And I think as a wrestling fan, I'd like to see that program play out and see where it goes with it. I mean, and I would love for it to have this split and then kind of have both groups go back and forth for dominance and basically kick each other's butts. But
and then culminate next year around this time.
There you go. or you get the final match where this is all or nothing. If I win, we have the Bullet Club. If you win, you have whatever club you want.
Or the Elite, probably.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting that they do have that New Japan show in July. So it's intriguing. Like adding the New Japan show in July here in, not here, obviously not here, but in San Francisco in the U.S., it's a big deal. Like that's a big thing. So what do you do there? Because a match like this, like I said, I thought was going to headline the New Japan show in Long Beach. So if they're doing this whole split thing, the next big event in the U.S. that can get an audience is at the Cow Palace.
See, the wheels are in motion.
And that's only a few months away. You can hey, this is the geekiest conversation I've probably had all day, so I have no problem with that.
Marketing, it's everything, I tell you.
This is why I love professional wrestling and I love WrestleMania weekend. This is fantastic.
It is so exciting. And can I ask you both a question?
Sure.
What are you going to be watching live? Are you going to be watching NXT or Ring of Honor?
NXT, mainly because of my son.
Fair enough.
He loves it. We have to watch NXT, and Mandy's want to watch NXT, so we're watching NXT live. I'm in the middle of, I need to know what's going on with the Roku channel with Honor Club. I need to know what's going on.
Right.
Because I do also want to watch the House Hardcore show. I also want to watch that. So it's an interesting situation. If they have the Roku channel, there won't be a problem, because then I can jump right over to the network after I'm done with NXT on the same TV. Then I won't have any issues.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Then it's not a problem. I can watch it right away. But also, I have Sunday morning, too, so it's not the end of the world, too. You know? Well,
Is Honor Club on the Roku channel now?
It will be soon, according to Joe Koff.
Okay,
I will say this, because we mentioned it earlier. It's going up on Thursday morning. If things go the way Jason Powell says, the Pro Wrestling Boom podcast should have gone up by now. And on there, I'm saying it that way because Jason said something to me that's going to be on that show. Joe Koff said that they're in a testing phase, and they should have the Roku app launched by Friday night of this week.
All right.
If that's the case, then it's good.
All right. Hopefully you have enough servers for...
Well, better than the website for the pay-per-view, hopefully.
Oh, there you go. I mean, you're going to have to think if you're going to put a new app on a streaming device and channel...
And a massive one at that. Roku's a massive one.
You better have enough in the cloud and servers that are ready for all the people that are going to hook into your stream.
Yeah, because Hayden, we have 2 Rokus in this house. So
okay.
We have one upstairs and one downstairs.
I mean,
so.
You don't want to have a debacle like Flow Slam.
Oh, no, Flow Slam with it. Flow Slam, can I say, we were talking about this with Rich. Full Stand was a disaster last year. That was a clusterfuck. Yeah. I paid for the service.
They came out with massive promises, and then they just completely crashed and burned. It was quite embarrassing, to be quite honest.